Here we have our classic push-up. So this exercise emphasizes the chest, but more specifically, really emphasizes the middle division, so the sternal division of the pecs, although we are obviously working all of the pecs. We are also working a lot of core stabilization with a push-up because we are doing it from a plank. In terms of resistance profile for our main movers for the pecs, we have a mid to lengthen position bias. For arm position, we're looking for about a 45-degree angle from the side. The pecs have really good leverage here, and it tends to be a nice, comfortable position for the shoulders. We also want to keep the core braced throughout the movement and keep a nice straight line in the back. What we don't want to see is this curve in the low back and sinking into our shoulder blades. To avoid this, I want you to think of pushing the floor away, protracting the shoulder blades slightly, and then tucking the hips slightly as you brace the core. So think of your corset, your TVA, tightening up all throughout your midsection. Now let's dive into some regressions because push-ups are an advanced move, but thankfully we have some really good options here. When you're assessing the difficulty of a specific push-up regression, usually a good rule of thumb is the more elevated you are, the easier it's going to be. Now, the knee push-up is a bit of an exception because we do have a more upward angle with the torso, right? But by bringing it to our knees, we are also taking away a lot of the core difficulty. So some people will find knee push-ups easier. Some people will find elevated push-ups like on a bench or a bar easier. Speaking of which, here we have our elevated bench push-ups. Now, something to watch out for that I see people start to do when they start elevating their push-ups is they start pressing more towards their upper chest or towards their belly button. What we want here is we want to be bringing our chest, the bottom of our chest, so basically think like bottom of boob, to the bench. Now, my favorite push-up variation of all time has to be Smith machine push-ups. I love these because of how adjustable the Smith machine is. You can go nice and low for a relatively difficult push-up. You can go medium height for more of an intermediate variation, or you can go relatively high for a very beginner variation of a push-up. Another way you can do these is with a barbell and a squat rack. Same idea. You can adjust the height of the barbell and therefore adjust the difficulty of the movement. One thing to watch out for is make sure you are pushing the barbell in to the squat rack. We don't want to be pushing it out and away from the squat rack, or you could potentially take a tumble.